a young boy named Rasmus Borgarwinter, known as Caps in the esports world, sat hunched over his computer screen, eyes locked on the glowing pixels of League of Legends. Born on November 17, 1999, Rasmus was a quiet, reserved young man, but when he got behind the screen, something extraordinary happened. He was about to embark on a journey that would change not only his life, but the future of European esports. Cap's early days were far from glamorous. Like many others, he started out playing League of Legends from his home, facing off against countless opponents in solo queue. But what set him apart wasn't just his mechanical skill, it was his ability to think strategically, to outplay his opponents with his game sense and decision-making. Caps didn't just rely on the same picks as other players. He had a flair for playing champions that were outside the established meta, showing early signs of creativity that would become a hallmark of his career. By 2016, Cap's talent had become undeniable. He was recruited by Dark Passage, a Turkish team in the TCL Turkish Championship League. Though his time with Dark Passage was brief, it marked the first step of many in his international career. Even though he was playing in a less competitive region, his performances were enough to earn the attention of some of the most powerful teams in Europe. This was just the beginning of his rise to stardom. It wasn't long before the Fnatic organization took notice of him. In 2017, Caps joined the legendary European team. Fnatic was already one of the most storied teams in League of Legends history, and Caps' arrival represented the future of the team. The pressure was immense, but Caps was more than ready for challenge. That same year, Fnatic made an incredible run in the World Championship, reaching the finals. While they ultimately lost to Samsung Galaxy, Caps proved to the world that he was a force to be reckoned with. His skill on the Azir, LeBlanc, and Ryze showcased not only his mechanical abilities, but his in-game intelligence. Caps was already being dubbed Baby Faker by fans and analysts alike, a nod to the legendary Faker, due to his extraordinary plays and resemblance to the Korean superstar style. After a successful year with Fnatic, Caps had already established himself as one of Europe's brightest stars, but it was his move to G2 Esports in 2018 that would shape the next chapter of his legacy. This decision shocked the community, leaving a top-tier team like Fnatic for G2, which was struggling at the time, seemed like a risky move. But for Caps, it was a step toward greater opportunities and success. In 2019, G2 Esports began to revolutionize League of Legends in Europe and around the world. With Caps leading the charge, G2 won the LEC and became the first European team to win the mid-season invitational MSI. Since 2011, Caps was named MSI MVP, further cementing his place as one of the world's best players. The win was monumental, not just for G2, but for European esports as a whole. It proved that European teams could compete and dominate on the international stage, and Caps was at the forefront of this change. Despite the domestic and international success in 2019, the World Championship remained elusive for G2. In the 2019 World Championship Finals, G2 faced FunPlus Phoenix in a match that many thought would be the defining moment of their career. Unfortunately, despite their efforts, G2 was swept 3-0 by the Chinese team, and Caps was left to reflect on the defeat. His unconventional champion picks were outplayed, and for many, this loss marked a bitter ending to what had been a dominant year. But rather than letting this setback define him, Caps used it as fuel to propel him forward. The defeat at Worlds didn't slow him down. It made him even more determined to succeed. In 2020, G2 bounced back with even more intensity. They dominated the LEC again, and Caps led the team with relentless focus, displaying exceptional gameplay across multiple champions, including Sylas, Twisted Fate, and LeBlanc. Despite G2's continued success in Europe, international tournaments proved to be a challenge. In 2021, G2 failed to qualify for the mid-season invitational, and once again, did not make it to the World Championship. The failure was a huge blow to the organization, and Caps, once seen as the next big thing, faced intense criticism. In an honest interview, he spoke about the pressure. It's hard. It hurts when you're so close to the top, but can't reach the summit. But that's why I keep going. If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself enough. It was this mentality that kept him going. He continued to work tirelessly to improve his game. studying new metas, adjusting his playstyle, and evolving with every patch. The frustration and pressure he felt only motivated him to become a better player and leader for his team. His willingness to adapt to the changing nature of the game and his ability to inspire his teammates showed that his passion for the game was unmatched. In 2022, after the disappointment of the previous years, Caps led G2 through another dominant season. His aggressive playstyle, mind-blowing mechanical prowess, and adaptability made him one of the most respected players in the world. He wasn't just a player anymore. He had become a symbol of resilience. Caps, who had once been doubted, was now inspiring the next generation of players to push past their limits, just as he had done. Throughout his career, Caps has faced numerous challenges, both in-game and in his personal life. The pressures of being one of the best players in the world can weigh heavily on anyone, but Caps' ability to handle adversity, learn from his mistakes, and continue evolving has been a hallmark of his career. As of 2025, Rasmus Caps Winter remains a cornerstone of G2 Esports. His journey from a young, talented player in Copenhagen to a global icon is a story of perseverance, passion, and unyielding ambition. Cap's story is far from over. It continues to unfold in the world of esports, inspiring millions of fans and players around the globe. His legacy in League of Legends is not just defined by victories and accolades, but by his resilience, his leadership, and the way he helped define what it means to be a professional esports player. In one of his most memorable quotes, Cap said, "I don't play to be the best in the world. I play to be the best of the world." This mindset has driven him to constantly adapt, grow, and inspire others. Cap's journey proves that greatness is not just about winning. It's about the journey, the lessons learned, and the ability to keep fighting no matter how hard the path may be.